I cut off my best friend after he chose a girl he'd known for 3 days over our 6-year friendship. My best friend Jake and I had been inseparable since we were 13. We talked every single day, shared everything, and I genuinely considered him family. He was the guy I called when my grandma died, when my parents were fighting, when I needed advice about literally anything. Jake was always a bit of a player though. He'd go through girls like they were disposable, always looking for this perfect traditional wife type. I'd listen to all his dating drama and give him honest advice, even when I thought he was being stupid. When I started dating guys, Jake would always find something wrong with them. He'd be like, "I don't trust him, he seems fake," or "He's not good enough for you." At first I thought he was just being protective, but then I realized he was kind of sabotaging my relationships with his constant negativity. So I finally called him out on it. I told him, "Jake, I love you, but you can't keep trash talking every guy I date just because you want to protect me. These guys deserve a fair chance." He actually apologized and said I was right, that he'd been too biased. Everything was fine until 2 weeks ago when Jake started talking to this 17-year-old girl on Instagram. Her name was Mia, and apparently she was everything he'd been looking for. Pretty, conservative, wanted to be a housewife, the whole thing. The first red flag was when I called him one night and he goes, "I can't talk right now. I'm FaceTiming Mia, and every time I pause the call, she starts asking me questions about who I'm talking to." I laughed it off and said, "Okay," but it was weird because we'd never had that problem before. Our calls started getting less frequent anyway because I was busy with school and starting my own business. I finally landed my first client yesterday and was so excited to tell Jake about it. I called him and he declined, then texted me. Hold on. 20 minutes later, he sends me this long message that completely blindsided me. He goes, "I really like this girl and I'm trying to get to know her, but calling as often as we do is inappropriate for a relationship and it can't continue. I need to set boundaries." I was so confused because we hadn't even been talking that much lately, maybe once or twice a week at most, and this was a girl he'd known for literally 3 days. I texted back something supportive like, "I'm happy for you guys and I respect your boundaries," but inside, I was crushed. This was someone I'd been through everything with for 6 years, and he was throwing our friendship away for a girl he'd been talking to since Monday. The worst part was feeling like I was just some disposable female friend to him when I'd always seen him as family. No guy I'd ever dated made me limit my friendships, especially not after 3 days of knowing them. So I made my decision. If Jake thought our friendship was so inappropriate that it threatened his 3-day relationship, then clearly I wasn't as important to him as I thought. I blocked his number, unfriended him on everything, and haven't spoken to him since. 2 weeks later, I found out through mutual friends that Mia had dumped him because she thought he was too clingy. He tried reaching out through other people, saying he wanted to apologize and fix things, but I realized that anyone willing to throw away 6 years of friendship that easily isn't someone I want in my life. Jake chose a stranger over me, and now he's stuck with that choice.